Hi again, it's Kelly from the Every Day Homeschool. Today I've got a great demonstration of the human body digestive system that I know you're going to want to do with your kids. I'm going to show you how to do it exactly the way I did it, teaching it at our homeschool co-op. So stay tuned, you're going to want to learn how to do this with your kids. Okay, before we get started, let me show you exactly what you need as far as supplies go. The first thing you're going to need to represent the mouth is a really big bucket or large bowl. This is one that I use when I'm canning. So this one worked great, but it can be a little smaller if you need it to be. You're going to need some vinegar. Any kind of vinegar will do. This will represent the hydrochloric acid in the stomach. You will need some water. Any kind of water, can be tap water. You'll use it twice. It will be for the saliva in the mouth and also for the drink of water that is taken with the meal. You're gonna need some cheap knee-high pantyhose. I got this for like 86 cents at a really cheap department store. You need 2 of them. I only have 1 to show you right now because I used the other one previously in the demonstration, but you will need 2. You're going to need a dryer ball. This is a wool dryer ball. Anything of similar size and texture will also work. A plastic bag, preferably the freezer kind of bag, because this is the stomach and you'll be mushing up lots of food in here. I used a paper towel tube to represent the esophagus. You can use any similar size tube that works for you. The spoon represents the tongue. You will need a large glass jar. This is the one that I had, but it doesn't have to be like this. Even just like a quart-sized canning jar could work. You'll need some plastic cups. These are 9-ounce cups. You'll need a couple pipettes. They can be the cheap plastic kind. I just happen to have some really nice glass ones. You'll need some red, there it is, red food dye. And then the meal. For the meal, I used a banana, a piece of bread, and a couple stale cookies that I had on hand that day. So this is what you need right here. I teach at a co-op once a week for our homeschool group, our local homeschool group. My kids love it. They really enjoy going. They've got some fun classes. This year, I am teaching human body systems for 2nd through 5th graders. So we have a wide age span and different abilities and interests, but this activity that I did with them was super fun. Unfortunately, only 5 of our 15 students were present that day because the flu has been so bad in our area. It's just been rampant. We have been lucky so far. None of us have had it yet. So knock on wood, I hope that we don't get it. Anyway, I did upload the videos that I took of the demonstration itself so that my students could see it on our homeschool webpage. And they'll get to take a look at it there. You get to see it now and try it at your home with your kids or at your homeschool co-op as well. Okay, these are scissors, right? And they're going to represent your teeth. Do you remember the name of your teeth that are for cutting and tearing food? Starts with an I. Who remembers? Incisors. You remember that word? Incisors. So here's my incisors. They are going to cut up my meal. This is my incisors have done their job. They've cut up the food a little bit. But I have more teeth in my mouth that are going to help mush up the food a little better. Okay, I need Carter to come up here. Now, what are the teeth called in the back of your mouth that are flat? Yeah, they're flat. So these are going to be like, oops, don't stand right in front of the camera. Can you stand on this side? Thanks. These are going to be like the molars in the back of your mouth. Are you guys listening? These are like the molars in the back of your mouth, and they're going to mush up the food. Okay? So I want you to mush, mush, mush. Ruby, while he's mushing the food, you are going to add saliva. Okay? The salivary glands in your mouth slowly add a little bit of, we'll call it juice, to the meal. Right? They help mush it up. It's just water. So let's look at what we have so far. Does this food look digested yet?
No.
No. This is what we have so far. Okay.
Ew.
Thanks for your help, guys. You can have a seat now. This is what we have so far. It's still kind of dry, kind of hard to swallow. So what do you do while you're eating? When your food's kind of dry and you got a lot of it in your mouth, do you take a drink, right? So let's give our mouth a drink. This is our mouth, by the way. This is where we're chewing up our food, right? So let's give our mouth a drink. Oh, there, that helps, doesn't it? There. Now, do you think it's going to be easier to chew that up a little bit better? Probably. Now it's a little bit easier to chew. Ah, this is starting to look pretty.
The sound.
Yeah, can you hear that? This is why you don't chew with your mouth open, right? Because nobody likes that. Okay, how's it looking now?
Ew.
Oh, okay. Now from our mouth, where does our food go?
Into our stomach.
Before it reaches our stomach, it has to get to our stomach, right? So it's gonna go down our esophagus. Let's see, Stetson, are you, or Leah, you're still chewing, so I'll let her come on up. This is gonna be like our esophagus. It's a paper towel tube, and it's gonna go straight into our stomach. So this is gonna represent our tongue. It helps push food into our esophagus. So you go ahead and spoon some of that down the esophagus, down the hatch, right?
Ew.
Yum. There it goes.
Ew.
Where is it landing?
Stomach.
It lands in the stomach. Very
It goes
good.
pretty fast.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to show you in a minute. Your food doesn't actually drop down a tube into your stomach.
Thank you for not letting me touch the food.
Oh, you're so welcome. Yeah. So here's our stomach with the partially chewed food, which is called chyme. And we're going to add some stomach acid to our bag to represent the acid in your stomach. Okay, this is vinegar, right? I'm just adding vinegar, but it's going to represent the acid in your stomach.
Put some baking soda in too.
Oh, before I do that though, let me show you something.
The red stuff.
Remember I was telling you that your stomach, the food doesn't drop into your stomach straight down a tube, right? Something happens called peristalsis. So let's imagine that this is your esophagus, and this is your bite of food that you have just swallowed, okay? Now, there are muscles in your esophagus. They're smooth muscles, and you don't have control over them. You can't make them work. They work all by themselves without you even thinking about it. So when you take a swallow, or you swallow your food, your muscles in your esophagus start to squeeze like this. And then they keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing your food down to your stomach.
It's like you're making a YouTube video.
Yeah, I'm going to share this with the class and I'm going to upload it. Okay? So that is how your food gets from the top of your esophagus down into your stomach.
Get all of it out.
And what's this called? What was that called?
Esophagus.
Peristalsis. This is peristalsis, that action of squeezing food down your esophagus. Okay, so here we are. Food's in the stomach. We're going to add some acid to represent stomach acid.
Put baking soda in too.
Oh, no, we're not going to do that. A little healthy dose of acid. It's super acidic in your stomach. Very acidic. All right, and now your stomach is also made of smooth muscle, and it works all by itself. You'll find out. All by itself, without you thinking about it. Who wants to squeeze the food? Any of you boys want to try it? Nobody? I'll let Ruby come do it. Ruby, come squeeze the food. This is your stomach mushing up the food.
That feels so weird.
Does that feel slimy? Hold it down a little lower. There you go. So we're mushing up the food. Turn that way so they can all see it too. This is what your stomach does, right? It mashes up your food for you. And what do you think that acid does to your food?
It breaks it down.
Yeah, it helps break it down. It helps.
Make it even more mushier.
Yes, right. Why does your body need to break down all the food so finely? Why do you think?
So that it's
Why do we eat food other than it tastes good?
because if you don't eat food, you'll die.
Well, you wouldn't have energy to do anything. You'd feel like laying on the couch and doing nothing. All day.
Right. So energy and nutrients, right? Your body can absorb all that energy and nutrients much more easily if it's digested.
It's hard to think if you're like hungry and stuff.
It's true. It's very true.
What time
Good.
is that?
I don't know right at the moment. Okay. So thank you, Ruby. Here we have stomach yummies, All right, this is partially digested food. This is still called chyme. Where does your food go from here? Does it stay in your stomach forever? Yes. The next stop is the small intestine. Okay, so small intestine is next. Let me get out my small intestine. Okay, now we're going to use another sock. We're going to pretend that this is now your small intestine.
You're ruining
So,
your socks.
that's okay, it's why I bought them. Let's see, who hasn't helped yet that wants to help? This is a messy part. I'm going to get this is no longer the mouth, it's just some place to put the mess. I'm going to cut the corner off and stick it in here. I need someone to hold it for me.
Oh.
And it's going to go from the stomach to the small intestine. Who wants to try?
Me.
All right, we have a volunteer.
Okay.
Okay, so what I need you to do is just hold the mouth of that wide open over the bowl. I'm going to cut a little hole here. Okay, and it's going to go from the stomach. Hold it wide open. Oh my goodness, look.
You're ruining the sock.
You can see that the raisins did not digest as much as the other stuff did, right?
Yeah.
And that happens with some of the food you eat. It's a little bit harder to digest, like corn. Corn. Oh, I need you to hold it open, bud. You can wash your hands after. Remember, it's just bread, banana, water, and vinegar.
Okay, but
And cookies.
I
And
will
cookies.
wash my hands.
Okay, so your stomach is squeezing it into your small intestine. All right.
He's really ruined.
There it is. It's so pretty. Thank you. Do you want a paper towel? Go ahead. This is going to represent our bloodstream. Okay?
Blood.
So,
No one
yeah.
makes blood.
Yes, right? So the small intestine is amazing. It is the longest organ in your body. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to show you exactly how long it is. In fact, maybe I'll just tell you right now.
22 feet.
How did you know that?
I watched the video.
You did? Okay, well, it's either 22 or 23 because I've seen it written in different statistics. This string is 23 feet long. I need Carter to grab one end of it, and you're going to stand way over on that side of the room. Stand against the door as far as you can. Get far, far, far away. Okay, Leah, grab the other end. You're going to have to go all the way out the door. Keep walking.
Here, let me get this.
Okay, that's how long your small intestine is. Can you see how long it is from one end of the room to the other? And it's all coiled up inside your gut.
It's like 4 yards or 5 yards. Probably.
Now, inside your intestine, there's all kinds of little tiny hairs that increase the surface area of your small intestine. Thanks, guys.
Chain. Did he make it chain?
So, the surface area of your small intestine is so large that it can cover as much space as a tennis court. Okay, so an organ this long, if you were to unfold every little piece and wave and bump and hair, it would cover a full tennis court.
A full
Okay? Because,
Use the line of the tennis court, like how
like the square area of a tennis court, that's how much area is in your small intestine.
the
yeah.
full thing. I wasn't sure if just
Yeah, I know that's hard to picture.
Yeah.
And that is because that allows your body to distribute more nutrients to your bloodstream, the more surface area it has. Okay, so watch what happens when I dip this into the bloodstream. Take a look. What's happening? What's going into the blood?
The food.
Yeah, but not all of the food, right? Just the little tiny bits of nutrients that were in the food are able to pass through the small intestine to the bloodstream,
Squeeze it.
right?
Yeah,
Squeeze it.
Okay, we will, exactly. We will squeeze it because what happens next? Once the bloodstream has gotten all the nutrients that it can from the small intestine, then this lump will pass to the large intestine. The large intestine, and I'm just going to pretend that this is the large intestine now, okay, because I don't have another sock and that's kind of yucky. So let's pretend we're in the large intestine now. What is the job of the large intestine? You guys know?
I don't know.
Okay, the large intestine's job is to recycle water to the body.
Oh.
Okay, this is where your body absorbs water. And your body needs this water to stay hydrated, right? Okay, so this is what's happening. All the water is being sucked out of the food you ate.
Oh.
It looks like puke.
It doesn't, it smells like puke. Because
puke.
Does it just look like puke now? It does.
It tastes
very
gross.
much like puke and smelling like it. Okay.
What tastes gross?
It's
The puke.
All right. So
steak.
my body has retrieved all the nutrients out of this food that it
I don't
can.
want to eat.
I've used all the water that I can get out of this. I've got my nutrients, I've got my food. I don't need this anymore. My body has used what it
It's like
can.
slime. It's like slime now.
It is. It's really gross.
I'm not touching it.
Okay, so what happens to this? What happens to this? What is this?
I know what happens, but
Take a look. What does it look like?
From vomit to
This is poop. This is what comes out of your body, guys. Once your body has used everything it can get out of your food. I'm just gonna cut this so it's easier.
yes.
I don't have to squeeze it all the way out.
Now poop out.
All right. Yes. So when you need to go to the bathroom, this is what happens when you go to the bathroom. Your sphincter begins to squeeze, just like it's got more smooth muscle, right?
A little bit splashed on
There it is, guys. Yay for digestion.
It's cool, but it's disgusting.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's cool, but it's disgusting. Okay, isn't your body amazing?
Yes.
Your body can take, what did we start with?
Food.
Bananas, bread, cookies, water, and your body used all of that, and now your bloodstream is flowing all through your body, right? Your whole body is benefiting from all those nutrients that it took in,
Grossly.
and it didn't need this.
Spaghetti.
So, bye-bye. Okay, there you have it. That was the nastiest class we've had at co-op yet. It's also probably the most memorable day we've had at co-op so far. So I hope you enjoyed that demonstration of the digestive system. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and stay tuned because I'm going to have more demonstrations like this, more activities and projects that we've done that will hopefully be fun in your homeschool too. And until I see you again in the next video, just keep learning.